What's up everybody, and welcome to a brand new Minecraft tutorials. This is for Java edition of Minecraft in 1.16 and up. Today I'm going to show you how to build this small and compact iron farm. This iron farm is 7 blocks wide by 11 blocks deep and 7 blocks high. It barely takes up an entire chunk space. The key components for this farm are going to be 3 villagers with 3 beds and a single zombie. To build this iron farm, you're going to need 2 chests, 15 hoppers, 15 gates, 10 signs, 3 beds, 6 glass panes, 29 slabs, 40 blocks, a stack and 55 glass blocks, a trapdoor, 2 water buckets, 2 lava buckets, 1 zombie, 3 villagers, an anvil, and a name tag. Now keep in mind, you don't have to use the block choices that I made here. I simply chose glass blocks primarily so that you can see what's happening on the inside, but you can build this completely out of solid blocks or completely out of glass blocks if you want. Any color and any variation that you would like. To build this farm, you're going to want to build 16 blocks up first. Then you're going to want to build 1 block more, which makes it the 17th block, and then you're going to actually build a pad that is 3 by 3 blocks wide. You can then get rid of all the blocks underneath. By doing this, it's going to ensure that all the iron golems spawn within the farm and not the areas or lands or objects around it. With your platform now in place, you can actually grab an additional block and place it right there off the center on any side you like. Grab your chest, and you're going to place a double chest right here off of that corner or the opposite side, depending on whichever one you prefer. Then grab your hoppers, and you're going to build 3 hoppers off the side of that chest. Come to the side where the chest is, and then you're going to place down 3 more hoppers going into the first set of hoppers you put down. Then move over to the opposite side, and you're going to place down 1, 2, 3 hoppers off that first one, 1, 2, 3 off the second, and 1, 2, 3 off of that last hopper. You should end up with a 3 by 5 platform of hoppers. At this point, you're going to want to grab your glass blocks. You're going to build 1, 2, 3 off the top of that chest there, and then off to the side here, you're going to build an additional 3. And then on this side, you're going to then want to build 1, 2, 3 out, and then just build up so that it's a wall of 3 by 5 glass blocks. On the sides, you're going to turn the corner, so build a block there, and then 1, 2, 3, get rid of the corner piece, you don't need that. Then just place down more glass blocks until you have a 3 by 3 glass block wall. Now all I have to do is just do the same thing for the opposite sides, so you should end up with a cage made of glass blocks around the hoppers. When you have this done, you can actually place down some slabs around the outside, away from the 3 by 3 platform over there that you started on. So you should have something that looks like this. Then you can come over to the top side, and on the second row of glass blocks, you're going to place down either signs or gates, whichever one you prefer. And you're going to make sure that it fills up that entire second row of glass blocks like this. If you're going to use gates, make sure that they are open. This will make sure that the golems fall all the way through. But whichever one you prefer, sign or gates, make sure that fire tick is off. That way they don't burn up with the lava. Once you have your signs or gates in place, you can actually grab a lava bucket and place one down on that center block right there on the top row of glass blocks. Do that same thing for the opposite side, and it's going to cover the entire surface area of that top row or layer of glass blocks. Now for the part where all your villagers and zombies are going to be held. You're going to want to come over here above the chest, put down a glass block, do the same thing on the opposite side right there, another glass block. You're going to want to grab your glass panes and put down 1, 2, 3. Then within this block right here, facing the back of the farm, you're going to want to grab your trapdoor and place one down. Flip it upwards so that it links up with that glass pane there. You're then going to look at this back wall where the lava is and place down a glass block right here, a block apart from that first one you put down, and do the same thing on the opposite side. Then you're going to want to grab a slab and place it right there on that upper half of that block there. This is where your zombie is going to go. How you put him in there is up to you. You're going to have to lure him in. It may be preferable to do it at night, because if you do this during the day, he will burn up unless he's got a helmet on. So you're going to want the zombie to sit right there. You're going to want to make sure that it is an adult zombie. because if it is a baby zombie, he will just jump right out. Then what you're going to want to do is grab your anvil and your name tag, rename your name tag, and then rename your zombie. That will ensure that it doesn't despawn. With your zombie now in place, you can actually place down the 3 beds, which are going to go right here on the remaining platform of the 3x3. Then you're going to grab your glass blocks again, and you're going to build out from that pane, and then build it 2 back, and then you're going to build up 2 more rows so that you have a 3x3 of glass blocks. You're going to do the same thing for this back wall off the beds there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then the same thing over here on the opposite side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom. Sounds like I'm dancing. Right, so with this now in place, you're going to grab your last 3 glass panes, and you're going to put 1 there in the center and then on the opposite side there. This should allow for the villagers to get as close as possible if they accidentally do, but avoid getting hit from the zombie. So once that's done, you can actually place down 1, 2, and 3 villagers. How you guys get them in here is totally up to you. You'll probably have to use mine carts or a boat, but you're going to want to get them in here, especially if you're doing this in survival. With the villagers and the zombie in place, you're going to come over here to this glass block, place down a full block and bring it all the way across, and then you're going to bring that all the way back to here, and then just loop it around all the way. So you're going to end up with a 5x6 block covering, so you're going to cover up the center as well to make sure that nothing falls in and hurts our villagers or zombies. Once you have that platform done, you're going to then grab your glass blocks, put 1 right there, build up, get rid of that first block you put down, and then build another glass block upwards. Then bring that all the way back to that corner there, and then build up the second layer. Do the same thing for the back side, bring it to the other corner, bring up the other layer, and then the same thing for this last side here. Once you have both layers in place all the way around, you can actually put down the slabs on top of that there so that nothing ends up spawning or wanting to spawn on top of those glass blocks. Not that I know that it's possible. Then you can either use gates again or you can use signs again, and you're going to place down a sign right here on the front side of these blocks here. So that way you can put down signs on top. Alright, so there we go, you got your signs in place. With the signs in place, you're going to want to grab some water buckets, and you're going to place just 2 water buckets. 1 here in this corner, and 1 here in that corner. Do not fill up the entire back row, because if you do, it's going to make the water push straight forward. And the problem with that is some of the golems may want to spawn close to the wall. So close that they may get stuck within the wall, and when they do that, they don't get pushed forward. With the water blocks only in the corners, you can see that if I land here, it's still pushing me towards the center, and that's exactly what you want. It doesn't matter where to the side I put myself, I'm getting pushed towards the center of the farm itself. That way, all the iron golems get guided away from the wall and towards the center of the lava pit. Right, so now the farm is complete, and with this farm complete, all you got to do is let a daytime and nighttime cycle complete so that the villagers go to bed and wake back up. Now, because we are in creative, I can put in some code in order to make that happen. So let's do time set night, and you should start to see that the villagers go to bed right away, and we get an iron golem spawning. So now that they've registered to their beds, the golems will spawn. I can turn this back to day, and now we can see exactly what's happening, and we should continue to get iron golems spawning in this farm. Now, the cool thing about this farm is that you can actually separate the lava chamber from the spawning area. As you can see down below, that iron golem just fell into the lava pit away from the spawning pad. The further that you have this away, ideally about 16 blocks, you will let that spawning area kind of re-register a little bit faster, saying, hey, we need more iron golems, and it will just try to produce a little bit more, a little bit faster than when it's attached, like in the background. You won't notice it too much, but it is slightly faster by maybe a second or 2. I'll be doing a separate video on this variation sometime soon, so be looking forward to that. And finally, you can use this small and compact iron farm to turn it into a very immersive and hidden iron farm for your single player worlds, like my blacksmith forge here that you will be seeing in my Lands of Elysian series sometime soon. I'll be doing a tutorial on this build sometime in the near future as well, so I hope you look forward to that, but you'll be able to see this a lot sooner in Lands of Elysian. I want to thank everybody for watching and thank you for your support. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments field below. Again, this is for Minecraft Java Edition 1.16 and up. Until next time, I'll see you all later and have a good one.